Hello everyone, it's Gina from Orchid and Opal.com. I am back today with some of my latest finds from beadboxbargains.com. They of course are the sister site to the monthly subscription, the Bargain Bead Box, which every month they provide a coupon code to their subscribers, and you can use that code at this site to pick up some extra deals. They've got all kinds of stuff from check glass to gemstones findings and more. And even if you're not a subscriber to their subscription, you can also shop on their site. I do have a coupon code to share. It's Opal15, and that will save you 15% off your entire purchase at Bead Box Bargains. I'll leave that as well as the link to their site right down below the video, so you'll be taken directly to it. And as a reminder, their stock changes very often, so it's possible that the things you'll see today may not be available any longer, but at the same time, they probably added a lot of things since I placed my order a couple weeks ago. I've got a very hefty package here as usual. Let's go ahead and open it up and take a closer look at these finds. All right, so everything is located in this bundle. As you can see, I have an invoice that is spanning multiple pages today. The total of this order came to $118, and the shipping in the US is $375. You can also see that coupon from last month that came from the subscription box that I used to save approximately $50 off this order. So lots of things to look at today. Let me get organized and then we'll go through everything one at a time. All right, so I'm going to start with the gemstone strands. I didn't pick up as many this time around, but I did pick up some more mukaite. I've been really enjoying the color combinations that come on these strands of gemstone beads, and they look so appropriate for fall. Lots of mustard yellows and brick reds, maroon. You get a mix of some cooler mauve shades as well, and some grays, and some other more neutral tones like your browns and tans all mixed together. And these two strands are in the English cut shape. So you have that really interesting cut that's just different from something that's a basic round. And I have one strand of 6mm and one strand of 8mm here. These were more of my splurge at $10.99 and $11.99 per strand, but then with that 30% discount, it brings down the price quite a bit. Also, because I just love these sparkly, faceted black spinel, I picked up 2 more strands of this since they had it in stock. It's so versatile. And just look how it's flashing under the light so beautifully. Absolutely gorgeous little tiny faceted round black stone beads. And these were $3.49 a piece before the discount. Next up, I did go crazy with the chain this month. They had so many different styles and new additions to their shop to choose from. And I love getting chain from Bead Box Bargains because it's such a great deal. You get about a meter of each particular style that you order. And after that subscription discount, these were less than $1 per meter pretty much. And just look at all the different styles. I'm loving this one right here in particular, this one on the end, just lots to choose from. So great place to stock up on chain. These are all the ones I picked up in the antique brass, obviously. And let me show you some of the other ones I picked up. I picked up these additional styles in the antique copper color. Another great and diverse selection to choose from in those colors as well, different sizes and shapes. And I also picked up some in gunmetal and antique silver and a brighter silver that I will show you up next. And here's the remaining chain. There's one strand I picked up of the rose gold color, and then I have 3 different ones here of that gunmetal tone that's more of like a hematite, really deep charcoal gray, almost black but shiny. Then I also have some in the more antique silver that are a little bit darker. And this is one I picked up in the brighter, shinier silver. These are all listed as steel jewelry chain, just to let you know. You can find out more about the metal on their site, I believe. And of course, I try to keep these packed away in individual plastic bags until I'm ready to use them, just to keep that color nice and shiny without getting dull or any kind of tarnish. And just check this one out. This one is so different, isn't it? I don't have anything like this particular chain. All right, now getting into some of the check glass, I'm going to start out with the strands, and this is one of the first ones. And you can see this is a strand of check glass oval pressed beads. These are the blue mix. It says they are 17 by 14 millimeters and about 8 pieces on this particular string. They're different depending on where you look. You can see there's some striations of creamier light blue inside that gives these some more interest. And you can see that swirly pattern that's pressed on the front and the back, hole running through the center. This one was $229 before the discount. I also have this strand of corrugated melon beads. You can see why they're called melon beads due to that shape, how they have those grooves that are going all around these round beads. These particular ones are called brown travertine. There's 28 pieces on the strand. And you can see that they are a combination of a deep brown with kind of a terracotta that settles into the grooves. I also noticed a lot more fire polish this time around, so I picked up some strands and I actually got multiples of some of them because sometimes it's nice to have multiples if you are working on a project that needs more of the same color. So there's 4 strands here of what I believe are called the Vega Luster, just a little over $1 a strand after the discount, 30 pieces on each one. And it's a gorgeous combination, kind of metallic, but also has that bit of a stone-like finish as well, and mainly giving off a deep, dark, bronzy, and sort of bluish gray appearance at the same time. And then I also picked up 4 of the crystal vitriol. Just look at all those beautiful bright metallics that are popping off of these clear glass faceted beads. These are so much fun and go with a lot of different colors depending on what you're working with. You can pick out certain ones like the blue, the green, the magenta, all different things coming out when you see that finish shining under the light. I also got some of these gorgeous 6mm check fire polish strands. This particular color happens to be called the Crystal / Pale Ice Blue / AB, and that AB is giving us that little bit of a rainbow luster coating over the top of the light blue faceted glass. All of these fire polish beads being pretty much around the $1 a strand price point after the discount. And then similar to that icy blue, but this time in this light minty spring green, we have the Crystal / Aeronite / AB. And these 6mm bead strands have 20 pieces on them each, by the way. And again, you can see that AB rainbow coating that make these light green beads look even more gorgeous. Next in the 6mm fire polish are 4 strands of the light sapphire / darkest violet. These were less than $1 per strand after the discount. You can see that combination of that purple and blue, that really deep dark purple on top of the more transparent light blue sapphire glass. All the beads just being a little bit different. These also have 19 pieces per strand. I also picked up some 8mm size round faceted glass beads. These have 15 pieces per strand, close to $1 each as well, just like the smaller ones. And the colors I have here are amethyst and capri blue. There's also a teal and a crystal claret. I also have 2 strands of these matte pink AB rosaline colored beads. There's 20 pieces per strand, 9 by 6mm pressed glass rondelles, so more of a pressed oval-like shape with the hole that runs through the center, that matte frosty glass, and that hint of that rainbow metallic AB finish on parts of the beads. These were $1.99 before the discount. And then 2 strands of top drilled check glass teardrop beads. I have cherry swirl. You can guess which one that is. This bright cherry red. It's so beautiful. And then this one is the stormy seas mix. So a lot of greens and really deep bluish gray tones mixed around in there. There's 46 pieces on each of those. These were $2.39 before the discount, and they are a 5 by 7mm with that hole that runs through the top. All right, and then besides the strands, I picked up some of the loose check glass beads. For example, I have some of these little mini stars, and they are in the cornflower color, matte cornflower, that is 30 pieces per bag. These were just $1.09 each bag before the discount. But you can see here is what they look like. What a gorgeous bluish purple color with the hole that runs through the center. Just a small star-shaped bead with sort of rounded puffy points. Also, 2 additional bags of the stars. These are in the matte hot pink color. Again, 30 pieces per strand. They're about 6 millimeters in size. Here's a close-up look, another vibrant color, this time in this hot pink and that toned down kind of satiny matte coating. And I also picked them up in a third color called matte coral pink. I think I meant to get 2 bags, but I have 3 here, and you can see these are a light peachy tone that is a little bit more subtle. And there is a closer look. Just so many different shapes and styles of check glass beads, especially the pressed beads. And it's really fun to see all of the ones that pop up on Bead Box Bargains. You definitely want to check out their site pretty often just to see what comes and goes, because the stock is limited, so you just never know what you're going to find. Next up, I saw these and I thought these were really unique and gorgeous. I picked up 4 bags for a total of 8 pieces. There's 2 pieces per bag, and they are the 21 by 16 millimeter glass flower oval beads. You can see the pressed flower detail, and it's the sapphire/silver wash, $1.29 before the discount per bag. And here's a closer look at 2 of these beads. They've got that really rich deep blue in the background, and then that silver that is washed over the top and brings out a lot of those raised floral details. You can see the leaves down there. Same on the front and the back. They also let a little bit of the light through. You can see how they are a little bit more blue when I hold them up. And then they have the hole that runs through the length of the bead. Since we are on the flowers, here are 4 bags of these tulip beads. These are the matte red/gold wash, 16 by 11 millimeter. These are also check pressed glass, 4 pieces inside each bag, and these were just $1.09 before the discount. Picked up multiples of these. They had them before in different shades of pink with different metallic washes, but this one I believe was a newer addition to their site. And even though these are red with gold, they are a bit more toned down because that red is a deeper, richer shade, and it's also matte and frosty. So it's a little bit more of a berry red, and then that gold is kind of a more antique gold, slightly duller than a very, very bright gold, but still adds a lot of detail and dimension to these pressed glass tulips, which are the same on both sides and have the hole that run up and down the bead. I also picked up 4 bags of these turquoise Picasso drops. These are the 20 by 9 millimeter, and there's 2 pieces per bag. The hole runs up and down the length of the bead, and you can see that gorgeous opaque turquoise color with just a slight bit of Picasso finish on either end, making those look a little bit more stone-like. And I just think these would make some really easy earrings, especially the fact that there's 2 per bag. You could do another type of decorative pressed glass bead above them, and then these hanging off of the bottom, for example. And after the discount, these were close to like 70 cents for the pair. I also picked up a couple bags of these table cut rectangular shaped check beads. There's 10 pieces per bag. They are 12 by 8 millimeter size. This color is called Varied Red/Vintage Luster, $1.89 per bag before the discount. You know, I love these table cut beads, how they usually have either a Picasso finish or some type of finish around the center area, which is usually a flat and more vibrant color. Sometimes the outer edges are frosted or matte with the inside being more smooth and glossy. So you end up with a beautiful framed bead like this. And these have the hole that run up and down the length of the bead. Again, not a really super bright red in your face type of color, but more of a toned down berry red with a stone-like finish around the edges. And I also picked up a similar style in a different color. These are called the varied olive / stone variety. Again, 10 pieces per bag, $1.89 before the discount. And these have a gorgeous sort of light olive greenish tone with that stone-like finish around the edges with that Picasso as well. Hole placement is the same, and just the slightest little striations inside of that green colored glass. I have a couple of additional bags of 8mm fire polish beads. These didn't come on the strand. There's 16 pieces included in these bags. This one was $1.79 before the discount. It's called Satin Steel Blue. Isn't that such a pleasing shade of blue? It's not quite navy, it's a little bit more grayish blue, like it says steel blue, kind of like a dark denim color, also sort of metallic, but suede at the same time, so it's a little bit more toned down. Just in great shape overall. You can see all of the uniform faceting, and I just love picking up fire polish beads in these different colors and finishes when I find them on Bead Box Bargains. The other bag I picked up, this was $1.29 before the discount. There's 16 pieces of the Jet / Iris Bronze Luster, also in the 8mm size. And this is a really gorgeous mix of that deep bronze metallic color, but also parts of the beads have this subtle sort of magenta metallic as well, depending on what part of the bead you're looking at. Next up, I already took these out of the bag, but they are called the Jet Picasso Table Cut Patterned Flat Oval Beads. There's 10 pieces and they are a 12 by 6mm size. These were just close to 70 cents after the discount. And again, just another type of table cut bead with that flattened top and bottom that's in that opaque jet black glass and sort of a wavy texture there on the oval with that slightly etched detail going along either side. They are the same on both sides and the hole runs through the length of the bead. I have a few of the Chinese crystal beads I'll finish up with, but before that, let me show you some of the findings. So these were something newer to their site that I hadn't seen before, I don't believe. They're bookmarks. So this is the larger size they had. It's a 116mm length by 16mm. It's a feather design, as you can see, in the antique silver. And this was pretty much around $1 after the discount. You can see how it's got that loop there where you can add some beads to dangle off the outside of your book. And it's the same on the front and the back. Really unique gift type item, I think, too, or just a way to pretty up some of your books and also have a functional piece that is something different besides jewelry. And then I had to pick up these minis. They're just so cute. Similar style with that feather detail and the loop at the top, antique silver, and the same on the front and the back. And this was a 2-pack for $1.49 before the discount. I also chose a bag of these fancy scrolled round pendants in the antique silver. That's what they're called. 39 by 36mm, $1.49 before the discount, and it was 2 pieces in that bag for the price. So you can see that scroll work detail, which gives you a lot of opportunities for beadwork and wire work, and also could be kept as simple as you want. Here's a look at the back. It's a little bit concave, as you can see, and just another example of some of the different things that you can find on their site besides just the beads. And I also got a little freebie with my order. This time around, they're running a little special at the time I placed it, and there's 2 sets here of some 30 by 19mm flower toggle clasps in antique copper. Aren't those pretty? All right, and finishing up with some of our Chinese crystal, they had been getting in some of these triangle beads that I had recently discovered in another bead box. They had come in on a strand and they were just so sparkly and a different shape besides bicones or faceted rounds and that kind of thing. And so seeing them on Bead Box Bargains in some different colors, I decided to pick up several bags of those. First of all, I have the pale sapphire blue AB. These are $1.29 before the discount per bag, and there's 30 pieces in each. And there you can see their shape. They're just a little bit more rugged and like a rougher cut crystal, which I think is kind of interesting. And they have a hole that runs through the center. I also picked up the Vivid Red AB. It just looks so beautiful when you take them out of the bag. That vibrant red is so pretty. It's got a subtle AB rainbow-like finish over the top. You can see the jagged, raw crystal-like edges that they have, and these are the same price and quantity per bag. Here are more of those crystal faceted triangle beads, this time in the color Aqua AB, 3 bags of these. There's that handful sparkling away under the light. You can see them a lot better in my hand than through the bag. And then last but not least, I picked up 3 bags of the light rose AB. That light blush pink color. I would have picked up other colors if they had them. That's all I saw this time around. And to be honest, I'm not sure what I'll do with them yet, but I do think they will add a lot of nice texture and sparkle, especially using them in between some other types of basic round or more opaque beads. These would add the lightness and transparency and just an extra eye-catching bit of shine. So that is everything I picked up this month from Bead Box Bargains. There's their card, and they always send a little free gift. This time I got a blue gold stone pendant with the antique silver surround. We'd gotten this in one of our recent subscription boxes, so always nice to get a little freebie. Once again, I have a coupon code for you. It is Opal 15. That will save you 15% off your total purchase at Bead Box Bargains, and you can find the link to them as well as that coupon code right down below the video. I hope you enjoyed checking out this month's finds. Let me know if you picked up anything this month or if you have anything else to say. I always love to hear from you. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to give it a big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe while you're here because I would love to have you back for more finds like this, more tutorials, and more bead box unboxings and the like. So I will see you all again real soon. Until next time, I hope you have a fabulous rest of your day. And as always, happy beading.